we're looking for someone to join our team, but for weeks now, the gang leader Alfredo has been attempting to infiltrate the department from the inside. So today, every applicant is a suspect.
So why should I let you be a part of my department? Well, relax, don't get too excited. You have any experience in law enforcement? It says here you were in the military, MRE second class. We're up against a notorious gang leader called Alfredo. You ever hear of him? One last question. Can you take orders? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be a good fit. The door's right there. See yourself out.
Hey, Alfredo, I think they're on to me.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're doing fine, kid. We got them right where we want them. I'll tell you what, good help is hard to find nowadays, especially with Alfredo involved. So I say we step away from the frozen criminal underground and focus on flavor. Today, I wanted to make a chicken fried steak and gravy, and I'm not talking about one of these. I'm talking about homemade, delicious chicken fried steak with country gravy, mashed potatoes, and a mixed vegetable, kind of like a TV dinner, but 10,000 times better. So let's head over to my tiny little kitchen and see what we need to make this happen.
Now, making a chicken fried steak is usually pretty basic, pretty simple. And, we're gonna make some mashed potatoes and a mixed vegetable. It's the mixed vegetable where we're gonna be taking a little bit of a turn. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. So let's go over here and see what we're using. So this is everything I'm using, and I know it looks like a lot, but really it's not. You definitely use, and normally I would as well, the frozen mixed vegetables, but I'm going to be roasting some vegetables today. I have these mini potatoes, some green beans, I have an onion, a couple zucchini. These are carrot sticks I had from a previous recipe. We're gonna use those up. I got some whole mushrooms and a bell pepper. And we'll be roasting them in some olive oil. I got some regular canola oil for the steaks, some whole milk, all-purpose flour. We got some rosemary leaves, some paprika, garlic powder, thyme, and parsley. And of course, pepper and salt. And you can't have a chicken fried steak without cube steaks, so we got a few of those. Potatoes for mashing, a couple eggs, and some butter. Now, we've got some prep to do here, so let's get started. All right, now here's what I'm doing. I'm taking everything and cutting it up into like 1-inch pieces. Like the zucchini, I cut into little 1-inch half moons. And the potatoes, if they were tiny, I cut them in half. If they're a little bigger, I cut them into quarters. And of course, with the mushrooms, I just cut those in half. I kind of want them in bigger pieces. All right, first thing is potatoes and carrots. We're gonna put about a tablespoon of olive oil. It's half a teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of rosemary. We're gonna spread them out on the cookie sheet. I'm gonna sprinkle them with a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of salt. And we're gonna go in the oven at 425 degrees for about 20 minutes. And while we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing to the mushrooms and onions and bell peppers. All right, now that they've been in for 20 minutes, I pulled them out, added the mushrooms and onions and peppers, mixed them all up real good, and then back in the oven they go for an additional 15 minutes. And we're gonna do the same thing with the green beans and zucchini. And just mix them up real good. We're gonna throw them back in the oven for an additional 15, 20 minutes. And just check them, You can tell when they're done to your liking. All right, I got the pan heated up to medium high. Put about a 1/4 inch of oil in it. Now I'm gonna get my dredging station ready. I got 1 cup of flour. I put in about a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of black pepper. And then I just mix that up really good. That's going to be our dredging flour. I took these 2 eggs, cracked them in there, whisked them up, got them emulsified really good. And now we're just going to pat down the meat. Pat it down. Make sure it's nice and dry. In the flour it goes. In the egg, back in the flour. Then we're gonna put it on the plate. We're gonna do that for all 4 of them. And then we're gonna let them sit for like 10 minutes.
All right, meat's ready. It's going in. Lay away. Always lay away. We're going to fry them off a little bit on each side. And then turn the volume. Turn the heat down a little bit. All right, potatoes are going in. All right, now for the gravy. I put 2 tablespoons of butter. Melted that off really good. Once I had that melted, I added 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. You want to cook that off for 2 or 3 minutes. Well, you know, minute and a half. And start adding very slowly our milk. And you're constantly whipping. You want to constantly whip. Just keep adding that milk. I'm sure you've made a bechamel. This is pretty much what it is. I added a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of salt, and just kept adding milk until I got to the consistency that I wanted. All right, gravy's looking good, tasting good. The meat's done. Now let's mash these bad boys up. All right, it's tater time. I'm just gonna mash the crap out of them with this masher, throw in a couple tablespoons of butter, add about 1/3 of a cup of milk. You know the drill. And then just whip the living snot out of them. And I added about, I don't know, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of salt. Whip the heck out of them, and there's your potatoes. All right, looks like everything's done. These are looking gorgeous. Mashed potatoes are looking gorgeous. The gravy is looking gorgeous, nice and smooth. Meat's looking perfect. All right, let's dish this up. Oh yeah, baby. It just doesn't get any better than that. But there you have it. Chicken fried steak with a country gravy, mashed potatoes, and a roasted vegetable medley. Now, if that ain't better than any TV dinner, I don't know what is. So, hey, the only thing that's going to get infiltrated today is this plate of food. I'm going to give it a quick bite while I got you here. Steak. Perfect. The gravy. Perfect. Try the mashed potatoes without gravy. I mean, they're going to be perfect, of course. The garlic mashed potatoes, you can't go wrong. And of course the vegetables. I like the vegetables because you got a combination of things. Everything from green beans and zucchini, potatoes, carrots. This is definitely one of those meals that, I mean, like I said, you can use frozen vegetables. I just wanted to go this route. But the chicken fried steak and mashed potatoes, I mean, that's inexpensive, easy stuff. And frozen veggies are perfect. Make it more like a TV dinner, but still 10,000 times better. So, hey, if you guys like what I do on my channel, and you like my video, do me a favor, like the video, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.